What's up, Cowboys Nation? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new here, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you never miss out on the latest Dallas Cowboys news and updates. Today, we've got some electrifying news that's sure to get you pumped up for the upcoming season. Hold on to your hats, folks. The Dallas Cowboys have just made a significant move by signing veteran wide receiver Marquez Callaway to their roster. That's right, the 6'2", 204-pound playmaker is bringing his talents to the Lone Star State. Marquez Callaway's arrival in Dallas is turning heads, sparking conversations across Cowboys Nation, and injecting new energy into the fanbase as the team prepares for another run at postseason glory. The Dallas Cowboys' decision to bring in the former New Orleans Saints wide receiver isn't just about adding depth, it's about reinforcing their commitment to surrounding Dak Prescott with as many dynamic weapons as possible. Callaway, though not a household name like CeeDee Lamb or Brandon Cooks, has shown enough flashes of brilliance in his career to get Cowboys fans genuinely excited. After all, this is a player who went undrafted in 2020, clawed his way onto the Saints roster, and ended up leading the team in receiving yards and touchdowns during the 2021 season when Michael Thomas was sidelined. That kind of resilience and raw talent is exactly what the Cowboys need in a receiver room that, while talented, has at times struggled with depth and consistency. What makes this signing particularly intriguing is the timing. With the 2025 season looming and the team facing intense scrutiny after another playoff disappointment, the Cowboys are clearly not content to sit back and hope for better results. They're being aggressive. And in Callaway, they're getting a 6'2" wideout with excellent hands, good route running instincts, and the kind of deep threat ability that can stretch defenses and open up the field for other offensive playmakers. Callaway's signing adds another layer to an already interesting wide receiver room. With CeeDee Lamb continuing to establish himself as one of the NFL's elite receivers and Brandon Cooks providing veteran leadership and explosiveness, the team was still looking for that third or fourth option, someone who can step in when needed and make plays, someone defenses can't ignore. While Jalen Tolbert and Kayvontae Turpin have shown promise, neither has fully cemented their role. This is where Callaway fits in perfectly. He's not expected to come in and become the number one guy overnight, but he doesn't have to. His presence alone gives the Cowboys flexibility, whether it's running more three-wide sets, using him situationally on third downs, or plugging him in if injuries strike. His time in New Orleans showed he's capable of stepping up. He had some huge moments, including a memorable 2-touchdown performance against Washington in 2021 that displayed his chemistry with quarterbacks under pressure and his ability to get open in key situations. He's been under the radar since then, bouncing around practice squads, including short stints with the Broncos and Raiders, but that doesn't mean his best football is behind him. In fact, at only 26 years old, Callaway is entering what many consider a player's prime. With the right system and the right quarterback, and Dak Prescott certainly qualifies, Callaway could very well reignite his career in Dallas and become a key contributor in one of the league's most storied franchises. The fans' reaction to this signing has been overwhelmingly positive, and that says a lot. Cowboys fans are among the most passionate and knowledgeable in the NFL, and they've been clamoring for more offensive firepower after last season's abrupt playoff exit. Social media lit up the moment the signing was announced. From Twitter to Reddit to fan forums, the buzz has been electric. Fans have been dissecting his tape, analyzing his route trees, comparing him to past Cowboys receivers, and expressing optimism that this might be one of those low-risk, high-reward moves that pays off in a big way. You can sense that people want this to work. They want Callaway to succeed, not just because he's wearing the star now, but because his story resonates. Undrafted, overlooked, proving doubters wrong, that's the kind of narrative fans rally around. There's also excitement about what this means for Dak Prescott, who, despite putting up good numbers, has faced criticism over the years about not taking the next step in the playoffs. Giving him another weapon, especially one who can go deep, who can fight for contested catches, and who has something to prove, could be just what he needs to elevate his game even further. Prescott's best seasons have come when he's had multiple reliable targets, and this move suggests the Cowboys are building toward creating one of the most balanced and dangerous receiving corps in the NFC. Another fascinating element is what this move says about the Cowboys' front office. For years, fans have criticized Jerry and Stephen Jones for being too conservative in free agency, too reliant on the draft, and too hesitant to make mid-tier moves that could bolster the roster. This move, while not a headline-grabbing blockbuster, is smart, calculated, and potentially very impactful. It shows a willingness to adapt, to bring in players with upside even if they're not immediate stars. It's these kinds of decisions, shrewd, strategic, forward-thinking, that can make a difference over the long haul of a 17-game season. Injuries happen, slumps occur, depth gets tested, and in those moments, having someone like Callaway who can step up is invaluable. Mike McCarthy and offensive coordinator Brian Schottenheimer now have another chess piece to move around the board, someone who can line up wide, operate out of the slot, or be used on special teams if needed. His versatility adds layers to what the Cowboys can do offensively, and that's going to be crucial as they navigate a tough NFC East and a challenging schedule. Looking ahead, the key for Callaway will be taking advantage of every opportunity he gets during training camp and preseason. Nothing is handed out in the NFL, especially not on a team with playoff aspirations and a fanbase that demands results. He'll need to show that he still has that burst off the line, that he can gain separation against tight man coverage, and that his hands remain trustworthy in contested situations. But everything about his journey so far suggests he's up for the challenge. This is a player who's overcome odds before, who's stepped up when his number was called, and who's now being given a fresh opportunity to shine on one of football's biggest stages. The stage is set, the spotlight is on, and if Marquez Callaway can make the most of it, he could become one of the best under-the-radar stories of the 2025 season. In conclusion, Marquez Callaway joining the Dallas Cowboys might not have been the biggest headline on SportsCenter or the loudest topic on talk radio, but it's exactly the kind of move that smart teams make when they're serious about winning. It's a move that acknowledges both the immediate need for depth and the long-term vision of building a roster that can compete deep into January. It's about more than stats, it's about culture, fit, and potential. Cowboys fans have every reason to be excited, not just because Callaway has talent, but because he brings hunger, determination, and a chip on his shoulder. And in the high-stakes world of the NFL, that mindset can be the difference between a good team and a great one. As the offseason progresses and training camp draws near, all eyes will be on 11 or whatever number he ends up wearing to see how he fits in, how he performs, and how much of a difference he can make. One thing is certain, Marquez Callaway is officially a Dallas Cowboy, and the story of his next chapter is just beginning. Stay tuned, because this could be something special.